Midden da, good morning. And it's good to be with you again on Kroeder Kroghen. In a moment, some details of the forthcoming Celtic Congress, the large international event to be held principally in Newquay during the whole of next week. But first, we're off on a spotty dog hunt. Just listen to this. Now, you know they're not singing in English, so I suppose that most of you will have guessed that they're singing in Cornish. Well, you're wrong. They're actually singing in Dalmatian, as in Dalmatia, and you see that's where the spotty dog comes in. Dalmatia, part of Yugoslavia. But isn't it extraordinary how similar that tune is? And I'll play the chorus again in just a second. To this tune. Well, I can't explain it. When all those Cornishmen left to go to South Africa and New Zealand, Australia, Canada and America, did a few lads perhaps go from Rosskir or Tehiri out to Yugoslavia? I mean, where else did the Dalmatians pick up that tune? Perhaps somebody listening knows. The Dalmatian song is called, I think, Da mije proci contra dom. Well, it looks like that on the label. And it's sung by a quartet called Dalmatinske Pjesme. My Yugoslavian's not quite as good as my Cornish. The version of Camborne Hill you're listening to was performed by Climax Choir, conducted by that great Cornish conductor, Edgar Kessel. Now, if anybody knows how that tune got out to Dalmatia and Yugoslavia, do please let me know. And now on to the Celtic Congress, which is going to be held in Newquay all this coming week. A short while ago, I spoke to Anne Jenkin, who is the principal organiser of the Congress, and asked her what exactly the Celtic Congress was all about.
Well, it's a group of the 6 Celtic countries which come together once a year in one of the Celtic countries to for cultural, linguistic activities, music and dancing and entertainment.
What are the 6 Celtic countries?
Well, the 3 northern Celtic countries, Scotland, Ireland and the Isle of Man, and the southern Celtic group, Brittany, Wales and Cornwall.
And is this organisation a cultural organisation, a political organisation? What does it do?
It's a cultural organisation. I would say it's nationalistic with a small n. Very many of the members are members of political groups, but in fact the organisation is specifically cultural, linguistic.
And non-party
And
political?
non-party political, yes, that's right.
And so what is going to happen at the Congress that takes place in Cornwall then, beginning on April the 4th?
Well, the theme this year, very often countries have a particular theme, and the theme for this Congress is the Celtic world and the sea, and Bees Celtic and more. And there will be a main speaker from each of the Celtic countries talking about their country in relation to the sea. The theme is, in fact, not going to be backward looking, I hope. We're going to have discussions on ports and harbours, on ferries, on transport, on how pollution affects the sea, and how, in fact, there are still a lot of Celtic links between one Celtic country and another.
So that's a fairly serious theme in a way. Is there a lighter side to the Congress as well?
Yes. There'll be seminars which are more loosely put together, perhaps. For instance, Beryl James is going to come and tell stories about the sea in one of the seminars. There's going to be a discussion on place names, on boats, again on connected with pollution. But the rest of the Congress will be there'll be activities like trips to other places, visit to see the Newquay gigs, which of course is extremely relevant as the Congress is in Newquay. And then every night there are entertainments of different sorts, with numerous entertainers from other Celtic countries attending.
Who, for example?
Well, from Brittany we've got a girl who's coming to play the harp, and there are a couple of Breton groups who are actually singing over Easter Sunday at Poole at the Leisure Centre, and then coming on to the Congress for a Breton concert on the Tuesday. And they're going to sing with the Carenza singers who sing in Cornish. And that's one night. There are a lot of Scottish entertainers coming, both adults and children. There are singers and a piper and two dancers coming from Scotland. From Ireland, again the singers, there's an Irish harpist, a young girl who's only about 9. There's a whistle player, her brother, who plays the whistle. There's a flautist and dancers from Ireland, and then from Cornwall.
The Kerry sets flinging their feet around.
That's right, yes. There's a young singer from the Isle of Man, Christine Kinvig, who came to Cornwall last time. A recorder player, a Welsh harpist, and of course numerous Cornish entertainers who are going to entertain at various times during the week, as many as we can get in.
Good. You said last time. When was the last time that Cornwall actually hosted the Congress then?
Well, the Congress is normally comes back to each country every 6 years, because we move around to a different Celtic country every year. So it was in 1982.
Can you remember what the theme of the Congress was then?
The theme in that year was growing up in the Celtic world, and it was particularly connected with young people.
And actually Dalith were involved at that stage, I would guess, or were they
That's
formed then?
right, yes, Dalith were involved, and in fact Dalith are helping this time. We're going to have the Cornwall Playgroup bus outside the hotel, and they're hoping to teach some of the children coming some Cornish, take them on trips, take them down to the beach, treasure hunts and treasure trails and so on, and perhaps learn some Welsh and Scots Gaelic from some of the other children who'll be there.
Now, 2 questions connected really. The first is this an event for members of the general public? I mean, somebody who's not particularly a Celtic scholar or interested in Celtic events, but just a general member of the public. Would they like to come? And secondly, if they do want to come, is it going to cost them a lot of money?
I would have thought that there's a great variety on during the week. The serious-minded members will go to the lectures. The general public can come into anything they like by paying a £3 visitors fee if they're not a member of the Congress in Cornwall. But there are activities every night during the week which the general public can come to. For instance, on the Tuesday, the choirs from Brittany and Cornwall, which is in the Wesley Church at Newquay. On the Wednesday, Celtic Chorale, a very well-known group, conducted by Hubert Julian, are singing Celtic songs in St Michael's Church. Before that, there's a service in Cornish if people are interested in coming to hear Cornish spoken. On the Thursday afternoon at 5 o'clock, there's a young people's concert which is free, so anyone can come to that and watch the young people from all 6 Celtic countries taking part. That's at Disco 5000, which is the old Blue Lagoon, which everybody still calls the Blue Lagoon. It's just near the Great Western Hotel. And then that evening there's a dance evening, and for that the tickets are £2, so it's not terribly expensive. And then the final concert on the Friday the 8th, the International Celtic Concert, which is the I suppose the most high-powered event of the week. The tickets are £2.50, and that's at the Cosy Nook. So the £2, £2.50. It's not expensive, I think.
Now, in case anybody's been rushing around desperately searching in a drawer for a pencil and paper while you were saying all that, is there anywhere that they could get further information about the week's events in case they want to pick out one or two that they might like to go to?
Well, the Chamber of Commerce are putting out posters all round Newquay. The Information Bureau at Newquay has already got tickets for the 2 events, so that's probably the best place to phone, I think, the Information Bureau.
Thanks very much for coming in, Anne, and I
Stewart.
hope that the Congress is a great success. Marasta Gian Huir.
Thank you.
And that was Anne Jenkin, who came in a short while ago. And finally, on this special day, perhaps the only other little piece of Cornish I could teach you, I taught you Happy Christmas. That was Nadelik Lowen some time ago. And Happy Easter would be Pask Lowen. Pask Lowen. So I'll say to you all, Pask Lowen the hui, ha digana hui. Digana hui all.